So the first exercise that we're going to do in our strength component, the strength component of our workout, is using an elastic tubing and a door attachment. Now you can attach this door attachment to something sturdy. We don't have anything sturdy here downstairs in our basement. So these door attachments are indispensable. So what it is, basically a piece of cloth that goes right in through here, material. And there's a little knobby portion of it. So what you would do is kind of attach your tubing comme ça and close the door, just making sure that nobody on the other side of the door decides to open the door on you when you're doing your exercise. So the first exercise, we loop the handle comme ça, and what we're going to do is we're going to get into a position of a low lunge. So if I'm going to be using my right arm to do the exercise, my left leg goes in front of me, and I want to get far enough away so I can have enough tension on the band, but not so much that it yanks me backwards. So one leg in front, go into a half a lunge position with about 2 inches left on the floor, from the floor, and assume a Robin Hood style position, and from there you punch and turn your torso and release, and punch and turn the torso and release. You would do this on both sides, but again the idea here is to make sure that the elastic doesn't win and you use your pillar muscles or your trunk muscles to stabilize the position that you're in. Okay, so number two, exercise number two, we're going to use the same tubing, single tubing, about the same height, but chest height away. And essentially what we're going to do is a lateral lunge, but making sure that we keep the control of the trunk so that we don't get overly twisted. So what that means is it's an anti-rotation exercise, so the elastic is in front of you, outside hand from the door grabs on first, then you cup it with the other one. Push it right out in front of you. Right there you should automatically feel the tubing trying to pull you over that way. Take a lateral lunge, but change nothing else, and right back. Do a lateral lunge, change nothing else, and right back. By making sure that the elastic has some tension on it, it's not going to swing you backwards. So that's where the control of your pillar becomes important in various movements of the exercise. Okay, so exercise number three, the side plank and row. So essentially, like Mel said in a previous video, you never want to let yourself just dangle right through the shoulder blade. So what you want to do is push yourself away from the floor so that there's more space between your shoulder and your ear. And we've lowered the tubing a little bit more, so when I get into my side plank position, my arm is in line with the tubing. From there, I'll pull, making sure the elbow comes behind me, and right back, making sure I don't overextend my torso or sink too much anywhere in my body. So you bring yourself level and release. To amplify the exercise a little bit more, go into a full side plank position and repeat the exercise. Okay, so exercise number four. Now we've taken the elastic and we've lowered it below the doorknob, but we're using both handles. Okay, so what we're going to do with this exercise is step far enough back with the feet shoulder width apart, just enough so that there's a good enough tension, but at the same time, I'll get something out of the exercise. Essentially, squat down into a squatty position. If you can get past 90 degrees, that would be great. Pull with one arm, pull with the other arm, and pull with one arm, and pull with the other one. To spice things up a little bit more, you can pull with one, you can pull with the other, pull both together, maintaining a squat position. If this is a little too tiring, get into a little bit of a low squat position, or as low of a squat position as you can, by doing the same exercise. So the fifth and last component of this exercise circuit is an exercise where we're going to actually incorporate a hinge for the hips, get a little bit of a hamstring stretch, and really make sure that the stomach muscles are engaged as well. So the elastic is up in the air, about arm's length away, bringing the arms down with the tubing. So what's going to happen, what potentially might happen, is your body starts to come arch upwards. What we want to make sure is that the ribs are down to the point where it should almost resemble as if you just finished coughing. So that's where the ribs should go without holding your breath. Okay? One leg goes up, follows this knee, this thigh, and this thigh should be parallel to one another. Bridge upwards to the sky, right back down. Ribs go down, reset. If you have to reset your ribs and reset your little pelvic tilt, go right ahead every single time.